Assalamu alaikum. This paper is May-June 2023, 0580 P4 variant 1. So let's start solving this paper. In our question number 1, he says an orchard has 1250 trees. The trees are in the ratio apple to pear to cherry, 12:9:4. Calculate the number of apple trees. So first of all, you add all the given ratios, and it's 12 plus 9 plus 4. So this is 25 now. We have to calculate the number of apples. So the ratio of apple is 12. So 12 over 25 total times 1253. So solve it with your calculator. So 600. In the second part, last year in the orchard, the mean mass of fruit produced was 64 kg per tree. Calculate the total mass of fruit produced last year. Give your answer in tons, and 1 ton equals 1000 kg. Okay, so 1250 multiplied by 64. So it's not actually 8000, it's 80,000. So please correct it. So 80,000 kilogram is the total mass. So divided by 1000 to give the answer in tons. So it's 80 ton. Last year mean mass of pears produced was 54 kg per tree. This was a decrease of 10% on the mean mass of pears produced per tree from the year before. Calculate the mean mass of pears produced by each pear tree the year before. So the year before, make it x, and decrease of 10% means you subtract 10 from 100. So it would be 90%. So now say 90 over 100 times x is equal to 54. Make x the subject and you will get the answer, and that is 60 kilogram. Fourth part says orchard loses 1 over 5 of its total number of trees in a storm. Calculate the number of trees that remain. So it should be done like 1 minus 1 over 5. Why 1 over 5 is subtracted from 1? Because 1 is the total. Whenever you see a fraction, it ends up to 1. So 1 minus 1 over 5 is 4 over 5. So total number of trees, we have to calculate the number of trees that remains. So 4 over 5 of 1250, and this is 1000 trees are left. Part B says Paulo buys some pears from a market. Pear costs $0.54 each or €0.51 each. Paulo pays in dollars for 12 pears. Calculate the change he receives from $10. Alright, this is a simple question. 12 into 12 pears multiplied by $0.4. So this is 6.48, and subtracted from 10, so you get $3.52. The exchange rate is $1 is equal to 0.826 euros. Calculate how much more Paulo pays for each pear when he pays in euros. Give your answer in dollars, correct to the nearest cent. Alright, so $1 is 0.826 euros. So convert it into dollar. So 0.51 divided by 0.826. We are dividing it because whenever you want to move from smaller value to bigger value, you have to divide it, and from bigger value to the smaller one or the weaker one, you have to multiply it. So this is 0.617. So 0.617 minus 0.54. So this is $0.08. So this much dollar he has to pay more. Okay, this question, diagram of a prism, everything is written here. AB 6.4, EB 5.7, length is 15, volume of prism is 145. So let me write it on the diagram. And we have to show him the angle EBA is 32, this one, at B. So write down the volume formula. Volume equals face area into length, and the area of the face, how can we calculate it? In volume we have to write 145, and face area is, actually we can consider it as an included angle triangle. So for included angle triangle, we calculate the area 1/2 into side into sine of theta, and into length is 15. So 145 equals 1/2 into 6.4 into 5.7 into sine of theta into 15. From here you make subject sine of theta, and finally solve it for theta. Theta is the angle required. So this is 32 degrees shown. Find the length of EA. Okay, we have already calculated the angle EBA, which was 32, and now EBA triangle becomes purely included angle triangle, in which the angle is there, and the sides of that, two sides of that angle is already there. So to find the length of EA, we have to use cosine rule. So cosine rule says EA square equals 5.7 square plus 6.4 square minus 2 into, sorry kids, I forgot to write 2. So you can write 2 with before 5.7 and 6.4, cos of 32 degrees. So EA would be, solve this. You can use a calculator and see that EA should be 3.4. So part C says calculate the shortest distance from E to AB. So shortest distance is always 90 degree perpendicular drop. So you drop a line from E to AB and make a 90 degree angle here. So you have angle at B. So opposite to that angle is that drop, the blue color line, and the hypotenuse is 5.7. So you can use sine theta to calculate this shortest distance. So sine 32 equals perpendicular over hypotenuse, and perpendicular is 5.7 times sine of 32. So this is 3. So 3 centimeter. Calculate the angle BF makes with the base ABCD of the prism. So our BF, this is our BF, this green line. So EBF, at E it is 90 degree and EF is 15 centimeter and EB is 5.7. So we can use Pythagoras theorem to find the length of BF. Let's do it. So our Pythagoras theorem, BF square equals 15 square plus 5.7 square, and finally BF is your 16.0 centimeter. Now we have to find the angle BF makes with the base ABCD of the prism. So here we go. This is the angle he wants. So from F I drop a line and I wrote 3 there because it is the same length we found the shortest distance on the face, that blue line dropping from E. And BF we already calculated 16. So we have a right angle triangle ready, and opposite to theta is 3 and opposite to 90 is 16. So opposite over hypotenuse, or you can say perpendicular over hypotenuse. So sine theta will work here. So you can solve it with the help of sine theta. So sine theta is equal to 3 over 16. Theta equals sine inverse of 3 over 16. And you got the angle 10.8. E part says prism is made of plastic with density 938 kg per cubic meter. Calculate the mass of prism in grams. Density equals mass divided by volume. Okay, first convert this into volume is 145 cubic centimeters, so convert this into cubic meter. So we know that 100 centimeter equals 1 meter. So cube both sides. So by cubing it, we get this much value. So what you do, divide 145 divided by this 10, 100,000. Okay, you get this 0.00014 cubic meter. Now you can put it in the formula. D equals M over V. So M equals D into V or V into D. So volume is now this one converted into cubic meter into density is 938 given. So mass is 0.136 kilograms. So now convert this kilogram into grams. So multiplied by 1000. So you get 136.01. So your final answer is 136. Question number 3. So mass of E 1000x. So classes are given, frequencies are there. Calculate an estimate of the mean. So find out the mid value. 40 plus 50 divided by 2 is 45. The mid value of second class, 50 plus 60 divided by 2, 55. And same with the rest of the classes. So you got the mid values now. Sum of f of x over sum of f. So 126 into 45 plus 520 into 55 plus 154 into 60 and so on, divided by sum of all the frequencies. Use your calculator to find out the final answer. 55.87. An egg is picked at random from 1000 eggs. Find the probability that this egg has mass greater than 56. So greater than 56 are 154 and 200. So you add them, 154 and 200. So when you add these values, you have to find their probability, and you have to simplify this also. So this is 354. So 354 over 1000. And if you simplify this, you will get 177 over 500. 1 year, a farmer makes a profit of this much dollars selling eggs. Write this profit correct to two significant figures. Okay? 24730. So two significant figure means up to 4. Before writing up to 4, you check the next number. If it is 5 or more than 5, so give an increase to 4. So it becomes 5. So write down 2, 5 and convert rest of the number into zeros. So 25,000. In standard form, so 24730. So place decimal after 2 and count the rest of the numbers after decimal. So there are 4 numbers, so you multiply by 10 power 4. So this is in the standard form. On a farm there are 500 hens, correct to the nearest 10. 1 year, the mean number of eggs laid per hen was 320 eggs, correct to the nearest 20. Calculate upper bound for the total number of eggs all the hen lay in that year. So remember always, whenever it is written some value after correct to the nearest, so divide it by 2 always. So upper bound of 500 hens are 10 divided by 2, that is 5. So 500 plus 5, 505. This is upper bound of hens. Now upper bound of 320 eggs. So it's written correct to the nearest 20, so divided by 2 you get 10. So you have to add or subtract for upper bound or lower bound. So upper bound of 320 eggs means you add 10 in 320, so you get 330. Now multiply both values, 505 into 330, the upper bound values. So you will get the total upper bound for the total number of eggs all the hen lays in that year. So this much eggs. Second part, another farm has 800 hens, correct to the nearest 20. Calculate lower bound for the difference between number of hens on the two farms. Okay, what you do is you subtract 10 from 800. 10 came from dividing 20 by 2. As I said, whenever examiner write any value after the word nearest, so you people always divide it by 2 and use that value for upper limit or lower limit. Okay, so 800 minus 10 is 790, and the upper bound of previous form was 505. So 790 minus 505 gives you 285. This is the answer he needs. Question number 4a. Calculate the area of the triangle PQR. So that's damn easy. 1 over 2 into base into height. So 1 over 2 into 24 into 8, that is 96. Calculate angle PRQ. So opposite over base is tan theta. So you use tan theta equals opposite over adjacent. and theta is tan inverse of this value, and the angle is 18.43. Now B part. The diagram shows a half cylinder of radius 6 centimeter, length 11. Calculate the volume of half cylinder. So formula for the cylinder is pi r square h. This is for the full cylinder. If you divide it by 2, it will become volume for half cylinder. Now place the values in. Everything is there. Use the calculator and get the answer. 622. Okay, this is interesting. ABCD is a rectangle with AB 20, BC 15, SX and T are points on a circle center O such that DSA and DT see a tangent to the circle. Radius of circle is 4. TX is the diameter of the circle. So the shape DSXT is removed from the corner of the rectangle, leaving the shaded shape shown in the second diagram. Calculate the area of the shaded shape. Okay, not very difficult. So first of all, what you do, calculate the area of OSDT. Look, OSDT. It is a square, and the sides of the square is there in the shape of radius, OT and OS. So multiply 4 by 4. So you get area of OSDT, 16 centimeter square. Now try to find out the area of the major sector. I have shaded it for you to recognize where is the major sector. So SOT is 90 degree. So the angle in the major sector will be 360 minus 90, that is 270 degrees. So the formula is theta over 360 into pi r square. So theta is 270 over 360 into this. Calculate it, you get 37.7 centimeter square. This is the area of the major sector. Now add this area with the area of the square you just found out, and you get 53.704 centimeter square. Now because this portion has been removed, if you see the next diagram, so remove mean you have to subtract this area from the area of the rectangle ABCD. So area of the rectangle is 20 into 15, which is 300. So area of the shaded shape will be 300 minus 53.704, and here you go. This is your answer, 246.29. So 246 up to 3 SF. Calculate the perimeter of the shaded shape. Okay, perimeter, so you have to calculate the arc length SXT, then DC, you add TC in it, then you add CB in it, then you add BA in it, then you add AS in it. So SXT, that arc length can be found out. Go back to the first diagram and use the arc length formula, theta over 360 into 2 pi r. Theta is same to 70. Everything you know, put in the formula and use the calculator. So your arc length is 18.85. Now come AS. How to find AS? The length AS is 11. How? I subtracted 4 from 15. Look, SD or OT. OT is 4, so SD is 4. So AD is same as BC. BC is 15, so AD is also 15. So you subtract 4 from 15, you get the length SA 11. AB is there 20, BC is 15, and CT is 20 minus 4. Look, TD is 4, CD is 20, so 20 minus 4 is 16. Now you have all the values, you add them and you will get the perimeter. 18.85 plus 11 plus 20 plus 15 plus 16, and that is equal to 80.85. This is your answer. Question number 5. There are 160 people in a village. Cumulative diagram shows information. Okay. What we are, find an estimate for the median age. So median is half of 160, which is 80. So from 80, go towards the curve and go down on the x-axis and read the value. This is 25. So this is your median. Okay, next is lower quartile. Lower quartile is 1/4 of the total frequency given, cumulative frequency. So 1/4 of 160, this is 40. So this is not your actually answer. You have to go on the graph from 40, go towards the graph and come down on the x-axis and read this value. This is 15, 16, 15.5. Okay. The number of people who are 50 or more years of age. 50 or more. So, how we do that? You go from 50, wait, from 50 you have to go towards this curve and then on the y-axis and read this value. This is 140. Each block corresponds to 2 units. 42, 44, 46, 48, I think. So, yes, 148. So 160 minus 148 will give you the number of people who are 50 or more years of age. So that is 12. 65th percentile means 65 over 100 into the given cumulative frequency. So use your calculator to find the 65th percentile. 104. Alright, youngest person in the village is 1 year old and the oldest is 70-year-old. Draw a box and whisker plot to show the distribution of ages in the village. Okay, 1 year old. So you mark on this yes, I placed a red dot here. One is there. Reasonably somewhere in the middle. And then mark the oldest. And that is 70. Okay, now uh, you have to calculate the upper quartile because you don't have that. 3/4 of the total cumulative frequency, that is 120. Go to the graph from 120, move towards the curve, come down and read this value, and this value is 34. So you have upper quartile with you, that is 34. Now you mark the lower quartile which you already calculated, and you have to mark it, yes, till here, and make a reasonable height of the box from here. Like this. Now mark the upper quartile which you just calculated 34 and join it with the last point and make a line like that. This line is up to you how much length you give it, this line, and make a box. Now you have to draw the line of the median which you already have. So median value was this 25. So this is your box and whisker diagram. So you write Q1, Q2 and Q3. Q1 is your lower quartile, Q2 is your median, and Q3 is your upper quartile. So I wrote it here. Q1 equals lower quartile, Q2 is median, and Q3 is upper quartile. Write down an estimate of percentage of the people in the village that are younger than the median age. Okay. So we have to estimate the percentage of the people that are younger than median age. So from the graph, if you see, we can write we have 80 median and divided by 160 and into 100 to convert it into percentage. So this is 50%. B part, the frequency table shows the information. Okay, so you have to write down the class weights. 30 minus 20 is 10 and 50 minus 30 is 20 and 80 minus 50 is 30. So now you calculate the frequency density, which is frequency divided by class width, means 37 divided by 10, 3.7, 3.7, and 24 divided by 20, this is 1.2, 60 divided by 30, this is 2. Now plot this on the frequency density graph. So from 20 to 30, your frequency density is this. You went up to 3.7, and the next is from 30 to 50 your frequency density was 1 point something, 1.2, and from 50 to 80 your frequency density was 2. So here you come. Alright, in this question he has given us a grid, and he said in the square ABCD, A has coordinates -2, 1 and B has coordinates 1, 5. C has coordinates A, B, where A and B are both positive integers. Find the coordinates of C and the coordinates of D. You may use the grid to help you. So let's mark coordinates of A on the grid, that is -2, 1, and then marks the coordinates B 1, 5. Now count the blocks from A to the right side on the x-axis. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 unit, and then go up towards B. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 6 unit in the x-axis and 8 unit in the y-axis. That's how we move from A to B. So what we will do here, x 6 unit, y 8 unit. So now from B you move opposite, you take the values opposite, like you take 8 unit in the x-axis and 6 unit in the y-axis. So you will reach C. And from C you can write the coordinates of C 5, 2. From C you count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 unit in the x direction on the left side and 8 units downwards, and you will reach D. That's how you can design the square. So I'm just joining the lines. He did not ask us to do so. We have just to tell him the coordinates of C and D. So you can write the coordinates of C and D in the answer space. Alright, our next question is pretty simple. I have done it for you. You can just take a look at it. P has coordinates -1, 3. Q has coordinates 6, 4. Find the coordinates of midpoint of PQ. So formula for the midpoint is x1 plus x2 over 2, y1 plus y2 over 2. So x1 is my -1 and x2 is my 6. So -1 plus 6 over 2. y1 is my 3 and y2 is my 4. So 3 plus 4 over 2. Simplify it. You get 2.5 and 3.5. In part 2, find the length of PQ. So formula for the length is x2 minus x1 whole squared plus y2 minus y1 whole squared, whole under the root. Now place the values in it and simplify it. You will get the length of PQ. Find the gradient of PQ. So formula for the gradient is y2 minus y1 over x2 minus x1. So place the values in correctly and simplify it. So you see the gradient is 1/7. In fourth part, find the equation of the line parallel to PQ that crosses the x-axis at x is equal to 2. So gradient of PQ is 1/7. Gradient of line parallel to PQ, so that would be also 1/7. So you can write 1/7 in M, and then now try to find C. So because it crosses x-axis at 2, so put the value of 2 in x and solve it to find C. So your C is minus 2/7, and your equation is y is equal to 1/7x minus 2/7. Question number 7, factorize fully. So you take 3 common and you will have 9y square minus 1 in the bracket. So 9y square and 1 looks like the identity a square minus b square. So 9y square is the square of 3y and 1 is the square of 1. So you can write 3 bracket 3y plus 1 3y minus 1. So this would be your answer. In this part, bring minus pm towards 2m, so that like terms should be together. So then take common from the first expression. M is common, so 2 minus p in the bracket, plus k is common, so 2 minus p in the bracket, so make 2 brackets, one for m plus k, and take 2 minus p as one bracket, and this would be your answer. Solve x minus 1 over x plus 1 minus 6 over x minus 1 equals 1. So take LCM, x plus 1, x minus 1, and then cross multiply. And now solve the numerator. Collect like terms, and your x is negative 1/2. Solve 4x square minus 3x minus 2. So your answer correct to 2 decimal place. It clearly shows that examiner want us to use quadratic formula. So a is our 4, b is negative 3, c is negative 2. Formula is x equals minus b plus minus b square minus 4ac whole over 2a. Now place the values and simplify it now. Your x is 1.17 or negative 0.42. Make a the subject of the formula. So in this question, first multiply m on the other side of is equal to sign. So now your k equals 4m plus kpm. Now collect the like terms. K minus kpm equals 4m. So take k common. So 1 minus pm, it will be divided on the other side. So this is your k as a subject. Write down in the answer space. A tailor make X dresses and Y shirts in 1 week. In one week, he makes at least 4 dresses. he makes no more than 7 shirts, he makes less than 14 dresses, and shirts altogether. The number of shirts he makes is more than two-thirds of number of dresses. One of the inequality that shows this information is x is greater than or equal to 4. Write down the other 3 inequalities. So this inequality came from the first expression, he makes at least 4 dresses. At least 4 dresses means 4 or more than 4 dresses. And for dresses he choose X, and for shirts he choose Y. So you write, he has already written this inequality for us. X is greater than or equal to 4. Alright, so he makes no more than 7 shirts. No more than 7 means 7 and less shirts. So we can write it y is less than or equal to 7. So he makes less than 14 dresses and shirts all together. So all together means you have to add shirts and dresses. So x plus y less than 14. So x plus y is less than 14 simply. The number of shirts he makes is more than two-thirds of the number of dresses. So number of shirts are taken as y, so y is greater than two-thirds of x. Now we have to draw these inequalities on the grid. He says on the grid draw 4 straight lines and shade unwanted region to show these inequalities. Label the region R that satisfies 4 inequalities. So x is greater than equal to 4 was the first inequality. So you draw the line x is equal to 4. This is x is equal to 4 line, and the inequality says x is greater than equal to 4. So your right side is the region which is required, and the region left side to this line is unwanted. So examiner want us to shade the unwanted region. Second, y is less than equal to 7. So y is equal to, draw the line y is equal to 7. And the inequality said less than and equal to 7. It means the region below this line is wanted region, and the region above this line is unwanted. So shade the unwanted region. You can write y is less than equal to 7 here, and now shade the unwanted region. This is your unwanted region. Next is x plus y is less than 4. So you make it into an equation, x plus y is equal to 14, and make y the subject. So y is equal to minus x plus 14, and you can choose from the grid any value of x, and then you plot the 2 points on the grid so that you can make a straight line. So there your straight line looks like this. Okay, now we need to know where is x plus y is less than 14. Okay, one more thing. You have to, because he said x plus y is less than 14, it should not be solid line. So it should be dotted because 14 is not included in the region. So make it a dotted line. And now the region less than. So you check the angle of this line with the x-axis. Here you can see I'm blinking it. On the x-axis there is a small angle and the larger angle with the x-axis, which makes x plus y is less than 14. So towards the lesser angle the region is wanted, and towards the bigger angle the region is unwanted. So shade the unwanted region. Now you have to draw y is greater than 2 over 3x. So you can, y is greater than 2 over 3x. So you choose take 1.00. If you put 0 in x, your y is 0. So you got 1 point at 0, 0. Second, you choose any value of x which should be simplified easily with 2 over 3. So I mark with the blue dot, and I choose 6 in x and I simplified it. I got y equals 4. So when x is 6, y is 4. So go towards 6 first, then move to move 4 units upward. So you will get second mark. This is your second mark. And now join these 2 points and draw a line. Okay. Now the region, this line should also be dotted line. It should not be a solid line. So I think I forgot to make it dotted line. So you don't forget to draw this as a dotted line, because he said y is greater than 2x. It's not y is greater than and equal to. So there are 2 angles of this blue line with the x-axis. One is small and one is bigger angle. So the required region is towards the bigger angle, because inequality said y is greater than 2 over 3x. So you shade the unwanted region, which is towards the smaller angle. So now you can see clearly there is a region between all these lines which is not shaded. So you label it with R. This part is finished. Use your diagram to find smallest number of dresses and the smallest number of the shirt tailor makes in 1 week. So you go to the required region where you labeled R, and look, I'm circling this point. This point is in the region because it is on the solid line. So from 4 on the x-axis, these are dresses, and from 3 on the y-axis, these are shirts. So 4 dresses and 3 shirts. The profit the tailor makes on 1 dress is $10 and the profit on 1 shirt is $6. Use your diagram to find the largest profit the tailor can make in 1 week. So again, go to the required region. Before that, you can write 10x plus 6y, because he gave us the prices of shirts and dresses. So now go to the region and find the largest area. So look, I'm circling the. Here you can find the largest profit. Yes, you got 7 from dresses and 6 from shirts. So use these values 7 and 6, 7 in x and 6 in y. Solve it. So you got 106. Question number 9. The Venn diagram shows set x and set y. List the elements of x. So R, T, E, A, L. These are the elements of x. So write it in the answer space. Find n of y complement. Y complement other than y. So other than y is your R and L. So R and L are 2 elements. When he says n of y complement, so n means number of how many elements are. So in B part, shade the required region. P union Q, this is simple. You just shade both of these circles like this. P complement intersection Q, you leave P as it is and shade the part of the Q. So that is, no, not inside this. Okay, universal set is positive integer less than 13. So write down all the values. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. A is such that x is such that x is less than 9. So from 1 to 8, that would be your A. B, x is even. So choose even from the universal. So 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12. C, multiple of 3. So 3 ones are 3, 3 twos are 6, 9, 12. Now complete the Venn diagram. So place all the number values in this set and be careful that every number should be written properly in their areas. So I started it from 6. 6 I can see in all A, B and C set. Then goes 157, which is only in A, not in B and C. 248 is in the intersection of A and B. 10 is only in B, not in others. 12 is in B and C, not in A. And 9 is only in C, not in others. 3 is in A and C, not in others. And 11 is outside of ABC because 11 is not in A, not in B, not in C. Okay. Find n of A complement union B intersection C. So B intersection C is this part. This is B intersection C. We have to shade A complement. A complement means all other than A, not inside A. But it's union, so only the portion, it's a union with the B intersection C. So your shade would be, actually we have not to shade, we have to pick the elements. So your elements are 10, 12, 6, 9 and 11. So these are 5 elements. Question number 10, part A1, f of minus 3. So you place minus 3 in x and solve it. So your answer is minus 7. G inverse of x. So let g of x is equal to y. Then write it with y equals to x plus 5 and make x the subject. So your g inverse of x is x minus 5 over 2. F of x into g of x into f of x. So multiply all of them. So this is your answer. Find f of x when h of x is equal to g of f of 2. So first find g of f of 2. So in g of x you write f of 2. So this is your g of x. Put f of 2 in this. Your f of 2 is minus 2. So 2 into minus 2 plus 5. So your g of f of 2 is 1. So your question is h of x is equal to g of f of 2. So your h of x is 3 power x and your g of f of 2 is 1. So we can write 3 power x is equal to 1. Now you write in place of 1 you can write 3 power 0 because 3 power 0 is 1. Any number whose power is 0, the answer is 1. So you made the basis same, so your power becomes answer. So you can write x is equal to 0. Okay, this is my number and this is my country. Thank you.